Hello. Thank you for joining me today on the masterclass Surviving the Holiday Financial Hangover 10 Tips You Can Use Today. I'm Renee Rebello of Life Coach Financial Strategies, and today I'm going to share with you 10 tips you can use to combat the holiday financial hangover. Ask anyone you know, and everyone seems to have a cure for a hangover. Some have more traditional fixes, such as aspirin or ibuprofen. Drink lots of water, have some coffee, eat some food. You need McDonald's. Then there are the more unusual remedies, like drinking pickle juice or having a Caesar, the dog that bit you. But how do you cure a financial hangover? Over the holidays, you overspent, and now the balances on your debts are looking terrifying in the light and the soberness of January. At least with a typical hangover, if your attempts to alleviate the pain don't work, or if you simply just rest and don't fight it, the misery will end sooner or later. But doing nothing when you have a financial hangover can make your situation even worse. Your debt will grow, and even if you try to immediately cure it, the effects can last for months afterwards. And the debt may be gone, but the money will be so tight that you won't be able to do anything. So if you spent a little too much leading up to the holidays or went way overboard, here are 10 tips to help you undo some of that damage and be prepared for next year. Are we ready? Well, let's get started. Let's move along to tip number 1. Well, this might sound like it's common sense, but it's not so common. Dining in or meal planning. This is one way to save quite a bit of money. It's amazing when we look at people's cash flows that we see how much money they spend on eating out or buying wine from a restaurant. But by meal planning, it will help with two things. It'll help with your others New Year's resolutions. Most people have made a resolution to either eat better or be healthier or go to the gym. So this will also help with that resolution. So it's almost like killing two birds with one stone. You can also lower your grocery bill because you're not spending all that money on wasted groceries because you'll be meal planning. So you'll be knowing what you're eating for every meal throughout the week. And if you are going to dine with friends, then let's make it a potluck. How about you have everybody bring their favorite dish over to somebody's home and eat in? That'll save you quite a bit of money. And it's amazing when you actually do it to see how much you actually do save. Now, let's go to tip number 2. Avoid those Christmas shopping bargains and or take items back. And it may sound horrible, but taking gifts back that you won't use or didn't give to someone is a great way to put money back in your pocket. You could even take the gifts you didn't like and sell them on eBay or Kijiji or other similar sites. There's many out there that you can post items for. Even gift cards. Maybe it's a gift card to a store you'll never go to. And if it's for $100 and you sell it for $80, it's better than having a $100 gift card sitting in your drawer for a year that you'll never use. At least you can use the $80 somewhere else. You need to avoid those Christmas bargains after sales. Those sales are just as bad as Christmas shopping, as you'll spend more than you normally do because you'll think it's a great deal. Well, guess what? There's always great deals. They'll have another sale in the spring and probably back around back to school shopping. And then guess what? Next year's Christmas again. So they'll have shopping for those deals also. So there'll always be sales on with bargains, and you don't need them taking up space in your home over the time. So avoid those after Christmas bargain shopping and stay home and enjoy your cash. Number 3, sell unused items in your house. Now is the time to get rid of that old rocking chair you didn't like or the dresser in your home. How about the baby clothes that the kids have outgrown? There are many groups online and on Facebook that are like garage sale groups. They sell items you won't use online, and they will even come to your house and pick it up and then pay you. Incredible, right? They come to your house to pick up the stuff? With the colder weather and people staying indoors a bit more in January, it's a good time to start putting some time into purging your home. Before you cozy up on the couch and binge watch your favorite TV show, the time is now to start purging those items and getting them online so you can sell them. Once you've posted them, then you can sit down and watch those shows as your phone beeps as people are wanting to pay you cash to come to your home to pick up the items you don't want. It's a great way to make some extra cash around Christmas. Tip Tip number 4, instead of paying for winter sports, try some free ones like geocaching. This is a great type of winter sport where you utilize different apps on your phone and you can go around searching for things. There's also tobogganing, there's snowshoeing, there's free public skating that's always posted everywhere in the community. How about outdoor hockey on someone's backyard rink? All of those things are free that you can do instead of paying for winter sports. You could also go for a hike in the woods. It's a great opportunity for your photo enthusiasts to get great pictures in wintertime. And I hate to say it, but there is snow shoveling, and these are also activities that will keep you on your New Year's resolution for a healthier lifestyle and maybe a little bit more activity. Tip number 5, use credit card points to pay down your balances on your cards. So, you all have credit cards that give you something back, right? I can see through the screen. You're all shaking your heads. Because why would we use a credit card unless it gives us something in return other than charging us interest? There are a ton of credit cards out there that do points or some kind of cash back. Both can be redeemed to pay down your credit card balance, allowing you to pay less out of your own pocket. If you don't have a credit card that has points, then talk to your financial institution or look online and Google to find the best one for the type of spending that you do. Some cards cater to eating out and give bonus points for shopping at their own store. Others have travel bonuses, but find the one who gives the most points or bonus points on the type of spending that you're doing. You can also go and get an Air Miles card or a gas points card. You can get double points by doing this, and it does add up over a year. You'd be surprised at what some of my clients have been able to do every year with the points that they've saved on their credit cards. At minimum, they're at least going on one free trip a year. Is that not worth it just to be aware of the money you're spending anyways? There's no need to leave that money in the big corporate hands. They get enough from us. So you're spending anyways, why not use the cards where you get something for free out of it? Here's an example. If you buy gas at the Pioneer station, you can use the Pioneer Points card to get the Pioneer Points, which will give you free gas. If you then pay for your gas with your credit card, which happens to pay double points if you spend money at a gas station, then you have made a ton of points and cash just from one interaction that you would have done anyways. When the bill comes in, you must pay off the bill in cash right away. You do not want to carry a balance. But what that also does is it allows you to borrow the money for free on your credit card for 30 days, as long as you don't have a balance on your credit card to begin with, and as long as you pay the balance in full by the due date. The key is to know your programs and have them work for your lifestyle to save you money. This is a great way for you to put money back in your pocket for money you're spending anyways. Tip number 6, consolidate the debts to lower interest debts so you pay less interest and pay more principal. This allows you to keep the same cash flow per month without increasing any extra payments. Of course, if you are spending money and paying off your bad debt every month in full, then this doesn't apply to you. But if you carry a loan or a line of credit or a credit card balance, then you want to consolidate. Not only will you lower the amount of interest you'll pay, but you'll lower the interest rate. I have seen some people save over just $1,000 a month just by knowing what interest rates are being charged on their debts and how they are being charged. Do you know the rates of interest being charged on your cards? If you have a line of credit, do you know that rate? How about your mortgage rate? Many credit card companies offer 0% interest for a limited time. Apply to one of those companies and do a balance transfer if you are carrying a balance on a different card. This will allow you to have up to 6 months to a year of interest-free debt. This will allow all your payments to go to principal and 0 to go to interest. You can also consolidate your cards into a line of credit or a loan. These will give you lower interest rates still as their interval payment credit. This will allow you again to pay more principal off and less interest and keeping the same payments. Then there is a consolidation with your mortgage. This would probably be the lowest rate option, but be aware of the amortization of the new mortgage. Many institutions try to reel you in by saying, oh, look, we'll save you in monthly payments. But what they've done is extended the term of how long it'll take you to pay off your debt. Be wary when talking with your mortgage broker or financial institution and opting for this method. And try not to do it too often, as it can lead for a very long time debt repayment structure. So ensure that you are asking many questions of the institution or the broker who's giving you a mortgage consolidation. Tip number 7, do your taxes as soon as you can if you are expecting a refund. Yes, I said the word taxes. Yes, it is a horrible word we all hate having to pay. But the programs that we do our taxes with are out pretty much in January, and your income slips are out by the end of February. Should your tax return be simple, then do it before April 30th deadline if you expect a return. Use the tax return that you get back from the government to pay down your debt. The government doesn't pay you interest on your tax money they've held for you all year, so you might as well get it back as soon as possible because it's owed to you and pay down your debt. You will then save money on any interest that's being charged on your credit cards. So either go to one of the companies or an accountant that does taxes as soon as you get your slips in February, or purchase one of those tax programs that comes out in January and do your own taxes. And then ensure that you do them right away if you know you're going to have a rebate. Tip number 8, look at your cash flow and find the leaks monthly. Net income minus expenses. Sounds pretty simple, right? Well, it isn't. It's probably the thing that most people struggle with is their monthly cash flow. Most people have no idea where their money is going every month. They do know that at the end of every month, they may have more month than they do cash. By purchasing this course, I have allowed you to download a free cash flow analysis workflow. This will help you understand where every penny is going every month. Most people understand their fixed expenses. They know the mortgage payment, the car payment, the insurance payment, most of the time the hydro. But the leaks are the sneaky ones, the ones most people don't know where it goes. The most that people at the end of the month sit there, scratch their head and say, we make really good money, so why are we in the negative every month? Which is probably the biggest question I get in my office every day. This cash flow comprehensive analysis will let you know where those money cash leaks are. It's the little things like the Walmart trips, the Costco trips, the casino, the groceries we threw out because we didn't meal plan, the Tim Hortons every day. And with a detailed cash flow, you will know where every single penny was spent for the last 4 months, helping to make a real cash flow going forward that you can follow and succeed. This works. This program has saved people thousands of dollars, and they actually see a positive at the end of the month. I hate to use the word budget because it's just like the word diet, but this is cash flow analysis, finding cash flow leaks. We all need to do this, and if you haven't done one in a while, it's probably a good time to sit down and spend a couple hours doing it. It's not as intimidating as you think, and once people are done doing this, they're actually really happy to know exactly where their money has gone. Tip number 9, go through your monthly fixed bills and make sure you are getting the best deal from them. Now that you've gone through all your discretionary spending and your cash flow leaks, you've also looked at your monthly fixed bills. You can call your utilities and see if they have any specials to retain you as a customer. Why is it that we see these large corporations only giving the best deals to the new customers? They're certainly not going to call you and say, hey, we've got this deal. Guess what? It's going to save you $10 a month. Not a chance. You need to call them. So call your cable company, call the home phone company, internet providers, and see what deals they can give you. You'd be surprised when you call in and say, hey, if you don't give me the best deal, I'm going to go elsewhere, what they'll do for you. Like I said, they're not going to call you and offer you a $10 discount because they've changed the pricing. How about your home and car insurance? Are they bundled? Stick with the same company. That also helps you save in your cost of insurance. The other thing that's a very small detail but can really help out is increasing the deductible on these policies. This can save you thousands per year. So if you currently have a $300 deductible on your car and home insurance policies, you may want to raise that to $1,000 or $500 even. Call your insurance broker and find out by changing these deductibles if you're able to save any money in your insurance. Remember, recently the government allowed for winter tires on car insurance to provide a discount. So if you haven't called the car insurance company yet, you want to do that right away if you've got winter tires because it will save you monthly. How about any memberships you aren't using? Get rid of them. These would include any gym memberships or any kind of memberships that allow you to go in that you're just not using. Cell phone providers, see what plans they have. Call them and ask them, based on your usage, if they have anything better. How about magazines and newspapers you aren't reading but are still getting delivered to your door or to your email inbox? Subscriptions to things you don't use anymore. I once had someone who was paying for pet insurance and their dog had died 2 years earlier. Check your accounts, everybody. It's amazing how many months or years will go without looking at our bank accounts and wondering what that little item is on their bank accounts that's going through. The biggest one on these accounts is the accidental death insurance. Usually, it's not something you want to have. Talk to your financial advisor about accidental death insurance because chances are, if anything happens, it's not life insurance and it's not going to pay out. We're now going to move on to tip number 10. And this is surprise. It will be Christmas again next year, and you'll need to spend money again next year. So why don't you set up an automatic monthly savings plan so you are prepared? The best way to save is to have it automatically come out of your account like a bill. You can invest it in a high interest savings account, and at the end of the year, if you don't need the money, you can buy other investments that can benefit you at tax time, or you can purchase a larger item that you would have had to finance had you purchased it outside of the savings plan. But make sure if you do make a purchase that you use it with your credit card because you'll buy it, you'll get the points, and when the bill comes in, you pay it off with the cash you had in your bank account. If you get used to utilizing these systems to your advantage, it's amazing how quickly all of this money can accumulate in your own cash flow and your own spreadsheet and your own net worth. Well, I have given you 10 tips to use right now. So next year there won't be a hangover and you'll be able to start the new year even better than this year. This will allow you to spend wisely. Thank you for listening to this master course and hopefully you learned a tip or two today. Feel free to connect with me to share your comments and your successes with me via email, phone, or Facebook. It's great to hear that these master courses have helped someone get themselves closer to their financial freedom or goals. This is Renee Rebello of Life Coach Financial Strategies, leaving you to go and do your homework. Have a great day.